Yeah, how's everybody going today? Ain't been making very many videos because there ain't really much I can make any content about. What's going on here I don't really want to talk about. Pisses me off every time I think about it, so. And there ain't much. Starting this week might be something I can start doing out here. I'm hoping later this week I'm going to start working on the fence here, so the cows can go out to pasture somewhat. There ain't nothing out there for them to eat, but weather forecast is here should be some pretty decent weather coming. That right now we're under severe thunderstorm watch till 8 o'clock. So we might get something, but we got rain today and tomorrow, and then after that it's a week of good weather, mostly a lot of temperatures up in the 70s. Not that it's going to make any difference to me to be able to do anything, but that's where we're at right now. All I've done today so far is took a couple more cows to the auction. Got to do something with them here now, and what I'm working on here right now is a project. I've been going to make a video on this for last week, but everybody's got to take their time to do their job. What I'm going to do is get that hood piece back on the International right now, and then gotta go get at least one bale of hay here before rains is dried up. Now I can get into some other areas I haven't been able to get into, so maybe we'll have something there. But I gotta put that back on. So when I get that on, I'll be back. Yeah, before I get back to what I was going to do today, since I ain't got nothing done in the last couple weeks, all I did do last week, I went to my spray class meeting, only to get the free meal basically. But it just goes to show how things are declining when I say nobody wants to do their jobs. That's the only class I could have gone to this year. And it was even last year too. And like I say, the problems we had the last couple of years, it's not the problem here now. So I don't know why nobody's doing anything. But these spray classes you used to go to, feed mill would have one, the John Deere dealers used to have spray classes, have the representatives from like Hardy or somebody there. The extension office would have 10, 15 meetings a year. This was the only one I could go to last year and this year. And kind of the one I would go to again, because like I say, they give a dinner. Where like the feed mill, if they have one, we get a piece of pie and chocolate milk. And but I don't think the feed mill wants to do much of anything anymore. I actually asked, we got a new manager at the mill here in the last couple months, and I asked him if they were going to have an annual meeting, because it's a co-op. They're supposed to have an annual meeting, usually a dinner, and usually hold elections. Well, it's been 4 years now since we've had an election, and 4 years now since we had a meeting. It's usually the last Tuesday of March. And I actually asked this new manager, are they going to have the meeting this year? Oh, we're talking about it. Well, they never did. So, I don't know what their excuse is. And in fact, I think they're down at least one board member, because the guy that was president left. And as far as I know, there was never any election to hold that post. So they're down a board member. And now, other places I deal with their co-op, like when DFA and one other mill here, they got a bunch of mills in Ohio. They're a co-op too. They have annual dinners, but most people can't make them because, well, like I say, DFA is nationwide. Well, they at least send out an annual report, and they haven't even done this at the local feed mill here lately, last couple of years. So I have no idea what kind of financial position they're in. I have a pretty good idea. They're probably about as bad as I am right now, is what I would think. Number of guys quitting and stuff. So it's hard to say. But like I say, that's the only thing I've done here in the last week or so. Like I say, right now I got some parts that come in. I got a job here I'm going to work on here. It's not that big of a job, but it's all I've got to do here right now other than normal stuff. So I'm going to get back at it. Yeah, I figured before I put this hood on, maybe I'll check the air filter while I'm at it. Shouldn't be all that bad. Been a while since I replaced it, but haven't done much with it in the last year or so. Got some hay chaff there. I should have a flashlight here. Shine a flashlight through it, and if you can see light through that, then it's clean. It should be clean enough as it is. It's not dirty enough. I'm going to go buy another one. And it ain't that bad. We're going to make a trip up to the air compressor, blow it out. But like I said, it's got 2 air filters. Most tractors do. And that's one thing I find so funny. I watch these other channels and everybody's doing their spring maintenance, changing their oil filters and this and that. And every year they change these air filters. Now, granted, these guys are probably putting more hours on the tractors than I am. They got a lot dustier conditions than what we've had here lately. So yeah, I don't doubt that this filter needs to be replaced. But it's just amazing me how many guys change that filter. That's a lot finer mesh. And there's no reason to change that inner filter unless this one got so damn plugged up that it ruptured or got damaged somehow or didn't get seated right where stuff got back into that one. It's just when I put the motor in that Ford tractor, that's the only time we've changed that filter. Well, I might have changed it one other time before that. But when we put the new motor in that tractor, that's what he said to change that at that time. And I don't, probably got a date on it, I'd have to go see, but I don't think I've ever changed it since. So like I say, unless there's a major failure or complete waste or blowout of that outer filter, there is no reason to be changing that inner filter. And it just slips up in there. Cam down. So like I said, that's good enough to go here for now. So let me get that hood up on there. Here, I already got the hood up on there. It's not that hard. Just, there's a lip. You gotta lift it up, slide it in that way, and you can pivot down, and it's hooked underneath that upper. And then you got bolts that go in here. Hope there's only 5. That's what's in the package here. See, I don't even remember why I took this off. I think because I do have an oil leak somewhere in here. And I'm 99% sure it's just a valve cover gasket. Because if I hose this all off, nothing gets wet down here until this up here gets wet. So I'm pretty sure it's a valve cover gasket. And I think that's what I took it off there for, to see if I can get that valve cover off. If I needed to put another gasket, which I don't think is going to come off unless I pull the air intake and pull the turbo off to get enough clearance. So it's one of these things. Do I go through all that hassle for 100 hours? If I really like chopping, if I'm really working this tractor where it's really heating up the oil and pumping it around there, I might go through a quart every 50 hours. This winter, just run it on the TMR mixer and running hay here now. It's just below the full mark. Needs change. I'm right at the 100-hour mark on this tractor right now, so someday here I gotta go get a couple filters and oil for it and get that changed. I think I'm going to change the, well, I gotta change the hydraulic filter this year, and that's clear down in there. Like I say, something, it's leaking there somewhere, and I'm 99% sure it's just the valve cover gasket. And like I say, it could be one little leak up here, and the fan's just blowing everything around. Rust prevention, that's all that is. But like I said, that's why I took. Pretty sure that's why I took the hood off. I don't remember. had it sitting down there, had the bolts sitting in it, and like an idiot, I thought, well, that'll be fine, but no, the cat's got to jump around and stuff. It got bumped around, now I can't find none of the bolts. So that's what I sent away for here last week. Got these from Plowboy Equipment Company. They seem to have the best deal, but it's a special bolt. And so they had a set of 5, and I'm pretty sure there should be 3 here. At least 2. 5 will hold it on if it's not enough. And then one reason why I decided to order them now too is running the other day to get hay. I'm going down the road and all of a sudden my front tires start doing this again. And if anybody's been watching since last year, I had that same problem. I changed all 4 tie rod ends and that seemed to alleviate the problem. So when I got back here, I went to check them again, and what I found out was, get under here, on the steering cylinder here, there's a bolt that goes through here and then one through the bottom. And somehow I lost that top bolt, which I don't know how. I lost the bottom, or the bottom bolt came loose before. And I think that was a video I made last year. I went to back up to hook up the chopper, and all of a sudden I had no steering here. I lost both bolts. And luckily I found them both on the ground. But I don't know why they came loose. So, and of course that's a special bolt too. It's called a trunnion bolt. And that's what I've been waiting for. It basically looks like these smaller ones, just a bigger version of it. It's just got a bigger neck on the bottom, fine thread. So, yeah, since I needed that bolt, I decided, well, I'm going to order all these too. And of course, I can't find one company. I bought these off eBay. Can't find one company that's got both sets of bolts in their store and prices and stuff. So I ordered these. I think these worked out the cheapest with free shipping, or whatever it was. Whatever it was, like I say, it was like $21 for them. And then they had these bolts anywhere from $7.99 to $12.99. This place, which was Reliable Aftermarket Parts, they had 2 for $22 or something. So I said, well, hell, I'll just order them, get 2 of them. So I have 1 per spare, because like I say, these keep loosening up on me. So that's what I did, and I've been waiting for them. Forget if I ordered them last Wednesday or Thursday. Ordered them both at the same time. I had these bolts in 2 days. I had them either Friday or Saturday, whichever it was. And this company I'm not too happy about because they didn't ship them until Monday. So I don't know why they couldn't get them out last Thursday or Friday so I could have them for maybe Monday. But no, they shipped them Monday and I got them today. So that's what I'm going to get going on here now. And that's the other thing on eBay you can find. Now, I don't see anything else that is wore. What that trunnion bolts into, there's a cap that sits down into that cylinder. And actually there's kits on eBay, I've seen anywhere between $74 and $104, where they got that cap piece. There is a bushing sleeve type thing, and they have that kit where you can get they'll have 2 of them sleeves, 2 of them, that's actually called a trunnion, and 2 of them bolts, trunnion bolts. And I can't remember if all of them had, or some of them had that pin there, or that fork, what that pivot's on. And I don't think that's wore though. I think it's just because I don't have no bolt in the top and it's letting more waving go around. Hopefully that's going to fix my problem. But so I didn't think I needed all that stuff. I probably should pull it apart and look at it, but I don't think that stuff's all wore. Cylinder, everything seems to be tight when them bolts are in there. But like I say, last year I had all that problem with them tie rods. I replaced all 4 of them, and that did tighten up that steering quite a bit, and I reset the toe in on it. So that seems to be good to go. So I'm going to get these together and get them hooked up. Yeah, I already got some of these in, but you just put your metal washer against the head and you put that rubber washer there. I guess that's supposed to help keep you from scuffing the paint and stuff. But in typical form, drop it. I don't understand it. They sold this in a set of 5, and it takes 6 per panel. 2 here, 2 there, 1 in that upper corner, and 1 in that front corner. Now, why would they sell them that way? Because common sense, which a lot of this country lacks anymore, if somebody's restoring a tractor or doing this, more than likely they're doing the whole thing. They're not going to put 2 new bolts in and 4 old bolts, if that's what their goal was. So now what? If I was doing this whole tractor to do 2 panels, I got to order 3 packs of 5 to get for 15 bolts to get 12 that I need. Why not just sell them in a pack of 12 to begin with? So I don't know. That's the brilliance of this country nowadays. So now I just got to get a wrench and tighten them up. I did get this bolt in. Haven't tightened it up, but now I'm kind of wondering whether I need to shim this somehow, because it does have up and down play, which shouldn't matter much. But whether I should get some washers and shim that trunnion down in there. Like I guess I probably should torque that apart. There might be wear in there, and that's why them bolts keep working loose. If that's got play back and forth, that would loosen them bolts. So maybe I should have pulled them apart. Yeah, that's a project for another day. I just need to get this running. So I gotta get, once I get that tightened up, and like I gotta tighten these up, and then go get a bale of hay, or 2 bales. I don't know. There's rain on the radar, but nothing real close. It seems to be dissipating as it gets here, so maybe it'll miss us yet. So, but do whatever little job I can at the time. So let me get this done, and I gotta hit the road.